I'm having a break from the Beacon Hill house, and I've been giving my Tudor room box a bit of thought, and I've thought about a story for it, and I've been thinking about some of the items that I've got that I would like to put in it. And one of these was a desk that belongs to my mum actually, and she doesn't want it anymore, and I'm painting it from rust to dark brown to make sure it merges with my colour scheme. And I'll make these items look a bit more aged. And that will go in here. And that will be partnered by a chair that I made from the cry cut machine. I've cut out card and laminated it together. So that's going to go there. And then I have a very old, I think it's 17th century coal shuttle, but I'm going to put it in here because I think it will fit. And that's going to sit by a fireplace, which I will make. And I've been thinking about the fireplace, and I've got a sketch drawn up, and I'm just collecting some detailed bits and pieces that I might use on it. So it's all about the beginnings of a room box, how you put it all together. Now the beams on this room box I've cut to size, and most Tudor beams aren't all black. In the early days when they were new, they were made from they were made from oak, which was about that colour I suppose when it was new. They only went dark with age, or the Victorians painted them black. So these will be the beams that go underneath the ceiling, and I have downloaded a little pattern, and I'm going to transfer this little pattern onto the sides of the beams. And on this one I've put the transfer medium down first, and then I've laid the pattern face down on top of it, and I've burnished it so that it's really quite into the soft medium, and I'm letting it dry. And in the morning I will wet the back and take the paper off, and hopefully it will leave the pattern behind. That's the theory. And I like when I do this because the pattern usually looks a bit worn and old, and that's what I want it to look. I want it to look like it's been there for a long time. So those are my beams. Now my story will be set sort of around about Queen Elizabeth's time, when it was a time when the Elizabethans were exploring the world in their little boats. And so this is a gentleman's study on the side of a river that actually James Cook sailed down on his way out to the Pacific. And I think that Drake probably did too when he sailed down to Portsmouth. So that's a little cottage that's going to be set by the river, and inside we'll have a few maritime little bits and pieces in it to give you a few clues.